Want to master pivot table in Excel once and for all? In this tutorial, I will guide you from the beginning to advanced tricks so you can create powerful and dynamic reports. Get ready to turn your data into valuable insights. The pivot table is a very useful tool inside our Excel toolkit. With pivot table, we can create very dynamic reports to be used in presentations, emails, or anything you want. With pivot table, we can take a raw data as this table and create a beautiful table that we can filter, change the columns, change the formatting the way we want. How can we do that? Here we have a HR table with name, salary, position, and department. Okay, uh, let's create this table here. How can we do that? We need to select the range that we want here and go to Insert, Pivot Table. This menu will pop up, and here we have a table or a range. In this case, I selected the range. I can use the name of a table if we use the name range here, or even a table if we format this as a table inside Excel. We can use the three ways. Then we can choose in a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. If we select an existing worksheet, we need to select a range in the table. But for our example, I want to use a new worksheet, and this we can ignore. Let's click OK. As you can see, it opened a new sheet here in the model. So this is the menu of the pivot table. If I click outside, it will hide the pivot table tools. So let's click here. When I click in the pivot table, two menus will rise here in the top header: Pivot Table Analyze and Design. And here at the right, we'll have the pivot table fields. So let's start creating our table. Here, as you can see, we have all the columns in our table: name, salary, position, and department. Name, salary, position, and department. So let's create a very simple table. I want the department, and I will put here in the rows. We have filters, columns, rows, and values. And I want the salary here in values. As you can see, instantly the Excel created a table with the departments and the sum of salary. With this, we can know the costs in the payroll for each department. Let's customize this column here. We can do it both ways. We can do it in two ways, sorry. Here, if we double click the header of the column, it will open this value field settings. And if we come here in the value, click in the arrow and go to value field settings, it will open the same menu. We can give a name to this column. I want total salary, and we can choose the way we want to summarize the field: sum, count, average, max, mean, product, and count numbers, and a lot of other options. Or we can show the value as a percentage of the grand total, of the column, of the row, and so on. We can choose from a variety of values customized. So for now, let's just use the sum. And now I want to change the formatting of this column. How can I do that? Just select the values and go here in the number in the home tab and format the value. Let me put in dollar. Here it is. Now I want to see how many employees is corresponding to this total value here. I will put the salary again, but now I don't want the sum of salary. I want the count. I double click in the header and choose count as total people. Let's put total people and count. Now let's change the formatting to just number. And here it is, 11. And let me just click here to decrease the decimal values. Here it is. For finance, we have this value of total salary with 11 people corresponding to this total amount here. Now, let's see how much percentage this value represents of the total. Let's go. I will put salary here again, double click in the header and go to show value as. Now I want percentage of grand total and click OK. Here it is, 16% of this value, 19% of this value, 50% 15% of this value, and so on. Pretty cool, right? Now we can also put more than one column in the rows. Let me put now the position under department. As you can see, instantly we have a table now using the finance, the department, and the positions inside finance. We can close and open the next level as we choose. And now we can use a little function here. It's called filters. What filters do? As the name says, we can filter the table. So let's change this position to filters. So, what are you thinking of the video so far? If you want to improve your skills in Excel and Power BI, I have two very special ebooks just here in the comments. You can go from basic to advanced with real case examples. I'm pretty sure it will help you a lot in your daily basis. So go there, click in the link and check it out. And let's go back to our video. Here at the top, it opens a menu for us. If we click here, as you can see, I have all the positions inside the company. If I click director, it will show to me only the values for director. If I put analyst, only the values for analyst, and so on. If I click here, select multiple items, I can use more than one as my field. I will change this and put position here again and department here. You can use this to talk individually with each department. If you're talking with IT, you can just show them the values of IT. If you have a call with sales, you can show only the information of sales. This is the power of the pivot table. Now, let me put this back here again, and I want to use this table as it is. Now, I will come here in pivot table analyze. We have a lot of menus here. We can change the number. Here, it will show what field are we selecting now. And here at the right, we have the show menu. What is this? If we click field menu, it will hide the menu of the pivot table. If we click plus and minus buttons, it will hide this little button here. See? And then we cannot open and close the next level. And if we hide the field headers, it will hide this header here. Now, let's customize the table. What filter we have here? No, it's just showing us this filter, but the table is not filtered. Strange, but okay. Here in design, we can customize the table to become prettier. If we choose here in pivot table styles, we can choose from a variety of styles predetermined by Excel. Let me choose this blue one. As you can see, now the table instantly has a new color and a design pretty much, very much presentable to other people. Here we can choose the row headers to see if it will be in bold, as also to the header. Banded rows, it will change the color of a few rows. Banded rows will put each column with a different color. Because I choose a pivot table style here, it already formatted the table, so you can see the difference. But it will, if you don't select the pivot table styles and use the basic style, when you choose these two options here, it will change the color of each row. For example, this will be white and this will be gray, white, gray, and the same for the columns. Here we can use the subtotals, not show the subtotals, show the subtotals in the base of the level, or show in the header. Grand totals, you can off and on the subtotals. Report layout, we can put a compact style, outline, as each row will be put in a new column instead of under the previous level. Tabular form, it's very customized, the table. Blank rows, we can insert blank rows or remove blank rows. So as you can see, the pivot table, it's a very powerful tool that we can use to create reports. And the main goal here is to leave that ready for new data. So when our basic model, our basic table receive new data, automatically it will be used, refreshed here. So you just have to do this once and use it again for your reports. Pretty cool, right? So, did you like the video? Let me know all in the comments below. And also, I want to know what kind of content do you want in our next videos. So before we go, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I see you on our next video.